Hey guys, I'm back, and today I was getting bugged a little bit about doing some player reviews for some, I guess, buddies of mine on channel 5001. So, yeah, I'll just do some player reviews, and for those of you that are getting reviewed right now watching this video, let me know what you guys think of my advice, and if you like it or not. Hopefully it can be of help. And let's see where you guys are. I had to relog to get sound working, so let's see. I believe Zacoi, I think that's how you pronounce it. He wanted one, and then, okay, FlamesOfChaos. 6-star Julie. Where's Zacoi? Pretty sure he's on my friends list. I think I had him. Pretty sure. Where are you? Pretty sure you're on here. No? No. I swear you're on there. Okay, there you are. Let's visit. Alright, let's look at your monsters. Okay, so right away, I'm seeing some pretty good luck, actually. Wow, okay. So first off, Water Sylph, you're going to want to awaken him. When you awaken him, he gets not too big of a buff, not really a new skill, but an upgrade. So basically, instead of just the normal, you throw a spirit or whatever, and you get a critical rate increase. If you get a critical hit, well, there's a 30% chance to attack consecutively, so you could kind of like Rauk's attack, but a little bit less of a chance to attack consecutively. So being awakened probably isn't as much of a priority as a lot of the other ones, except the stat increase is probably important. The Water Sylph is definitely, probably the best speed leader, or one of the best speed leaders for Arena. As far as 4 stars go, I'd definitely say he's probably the best speed leader. With his 3rd skill where he freezes the enemies, that's definitely really good. I don't even have mine ruined, and I could just throw him on my Arena team as a speed leader, and he still freezes majority of the enemies, which is pretty funny. The Fire Occult girl, I absolutely love her. I actually have a friend that I'm using his, and it is absolutely amazing. So I see you're running Despair Focus, Attack, Accuracy. She has 2 AoE attacks, and the 3rd one, I believe it has a chance to stun them. No, the 3rd one decreases their speed. The 2nd one's the one that stuns them. Okay. So the first AoE attack has a 50% chance to stun them. If you max her skills out, 60% chance. Then the 3rd AoE attack attacks 3 times, 30% chance each time to decrease their attack speed for 2 turns. Okay. And you can get, once you max out the skills, it'll be 40%. So that's awesome. Definitely, right now, right off the bat, just looking at these first 2 monsters, you're definitely going to want to get both of these awakened. I believe her name is Rika. She's a fantastic monster, especially for dungeons. I wouldn't say as much Arena. You could use her as a crowd control monster, stunning, but I definitely think she is aimed more towards dungeons. But she is a fantastic bull. I really like her. And look at that. You have a 38% critical rate boost for fire attribute monsters. That's pretty good. Probably not something you'll use late game, as far as a leader attribute, like as a leader skill, but definitely she is a good monster. I know you probably heard that plenty of times though. Rauk. Yeah, you've got the right idea with Rauk. I definitely get some more runes on him, especially because he is probably the fastest one right now out of the natural 3-stars to farm fame on. Just makes it a lot easier. Bernard. Yep, got the right idea. Not much to say about him. He's just really good for the Giants keep Tower of Ascension. Probably not so much for Arena. He is a good Arena monster since he can increase your attack bar of the allies. But once you start getting up to speed teams, you know, you're not going to be really have room for Bernard on your team unless, you know, you've got other monsters, other really good monsters, kind of like, not Rika, but, you know, something like high tier, kind of like that, that takes up, you know, two spots. But Bernard, definitely keep him, especially for dungeons, for like giants and stuff. You're really gonna need him. These two attacks are just fantastic. I recently got one, and I am ecstatic about that. The Wind Death Knight, same thing. You're gonna want him for giants, dragon, dungeons, all that stuff, and for Tower of Ascension. He kind of replaces, I guess, because he's easier to get than Eladriel or even Vanessa, which are the Fire Valk and the Wind Archangel. Both of them are great great revivers. I would say the Wind Death Knight is also a good reviver. You'll definitely need him, but I would look into getting the, I don't think you have him, but the Light Bearman. You're definitely going to need a consistent healer, one that you don't have to wait for, and that is the Light Bearman right there, Amon. So try to get him as soon as you can. Let's see runes. Okay, HP, accuracy. So I've seen a lot of people go full HP with HP percent on all of the slots, but I think once you get more high tier, you're going to want to throw probably Despair Focus on him, or even Violent, so you can have that revive ready as quick as possible, just because it takes so long to cool down. But I think Despair Focus is probably the best bet you've got. Try to get a lot of good substats for accuracy percent on there. So the second debuff skill, where it weakens their attack power, you can use that. But once you get this fully maxed out, you won't need accuracy percent as much as you would for something where it's like kind of like this one, where it's not the full 100% chance. But definitely get him max skill when you can. I think for the skills for using your Devilmon, I think the one you should probably focus on the most would either be Tyrone or Rika. Looks like you've got both of them started, but mainly Rika, so you probably are focusing on Rika right now. So it looks like you've used 5 Devilmon on her. But once you get those two done, I'd definitely focus on, I believe his name was Brienne. He's definitely going to be useful, and since you don't have the Wind Archangel, like most of us don't, you're going to definitely want him. Shannon, again, she's great. I don't think you need much advice on her. You've got the right idea. Yeah. Okay, so this is who you have for the healer. Lulu is definitely a really good healer. Yeah, wow, okay. So I still think, Lulu is a great healer, don't get me wrong, but I still think you're going to want the Light Bearman once you get him. And as far as these speed runes go, where is it? As far as the speed runes go, I know it's easier said than done, but you're going to want to get 5-star speed runes, because the difference between 5-star speed rune and a 4-star speed rune is actually really big. It's not like the small difference between the percent runes. It's actually, you know, once you get to +9, this is, you know, a 4-star rune, it's +13 speed. But I believe it's like somewhere around +21 or +23 speed for a 5-star speed rune. So just that difference right there is just it's crazy. It makes a big difference. So I would try to get a 5-star speed rune. It's harder to farm it than to get one in shop, but I would probably try to get from giants if you can farm giants V7 or even V6, or you can farm Tulane Forest with the boss on hell mode and hope that you get one. It's probably a lot harder though, especially because you have to get the specific slot with the specific amount of stars, and then you have to make sure it's the right, rune, like speed rune, instead of like an attack percent or flat out attack or something. But that's probably right now. And then you've got these two. Lucia, you could probably forget about her. She's not really mid game or late game heal. Colleen, you're gonna keep her. She has a good block. Where is it? Yeah, it blocks HP recovering. Good for the wind dungeon. And it looks like you have a few fusion materials. I don't know if you're gonna be using them for fusion, but other than that, the main monsters, see, these two sylphs are also good. Keep the water sylphid too. She's very useful, especially with her awesome heal. What else? And then Konamaya, you're gonna want him for fire, for the fire dungeon. But it looks like right now your main focuses should probably be your water sylph, your fire occult girl, and Brienne. It looks like you're doing that right now, which is awesome. I would also try to look into getting some other good 3-star monsters, because there's some other pretty good 3-star monsters and 2-star monsters out there. Just a couple to name. Fire Viking, you'll probably need him for the dragons, high level dragon dungeons. I know they cast invincibility, and you can steal it with the Fire Viking, which is pretty good. The Fire Yeti, I know, is pretty good for the Fire Hall, but it's a lot of these changes to the giants and the dragon dungeons and stuff like that is definitely making teams a little bit harder to put together. For at least the dragons. I know the dragons have gotten a little bit harder, but the giants, I believe, have gotten a little bit easier, at least for me. So not really many monsters to look at. I would look into getting some more heavy hitters, because right now you've got a lot of AoE attackers, other than your Rauk. The Water Sylph, though, definitely get him awakened and leveled up, and you will dominate an arena. And with Shannon too. So these three right here, those are some really good monsters. Same with Bernard. So yeah, congrats on the good pulls. Congrats on Rika too. I'm totally jealous. She's definitely my favorite occult girl. Let's see, who else wanted it? Okay, so it looks like you're looking for Aman right now. So I don't think Snakes is on, who was the one that originally asked. I think he's on my friends list, actually. Let's see. I don't know why you're not on here, Zacoi. I'm pretty sure you were, but maybe I'm just mistaken. Let's see. I think Snakes was on here. Or at least he used to be. Nope. Okay, next one. Where are you? I think he was... Did you want one? Let's see who responds. I know Sniggs wanted me to, but I don't have him on my friends list, and he hasn't talked in chat for a while, so I don't think I can get to his monsters to look at them. So maybe when he comes on here. Okay. So I got you, Zacoi. Was it you? I think maybe it was the other guy with the 6-star Julie, but ooh, okay. Fire Chimera. Ooh, that's not good. That's like a lot of 4 stars I'm looking at. And a lot of 3 stars too. Wow, it's a lot of 3 stars. Okay. Where do I start? Rauk. It's a good monster. Definitely hold on to him. Looks like you've got some good runes on him. Try to get some 6-star attack percent. Let's see, do you have it maxed out? Yeah? Okay. Looks like you're doing pretty well with your Rauk. He's definitely helpful for Fame on Volcano. Maybe when you get, better runes, you can throw on some 6-star attack percent, just because you're going to want him to one-hit kill all of the monsters in the lineup, and you also want a little bit of speed at least, so he's the first to hit. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, but it also kind of ensures that you win. So if he can one-hit all the monsters in the lineup just because of his 3rd skill, where if he kills them, then he attacks again. You're also want to one-hit kill him, so then he just wipes out the entire wave. You also want him to go first, so the other team, or the other lineup of monsters on Fame on Volcano doesn't go first. Now, Fire Chimera. I know the water one is decent. I know wind one's pretty good. I have a couple buddies with the wind one, and I also have the wind one, but I haven't worked on it yet. So this is interesting. So this is pretty much just like a free turn to buff yourself, attack power, and immunity. 3 turns. Okay. So it looks like you're going to want to stack as much HP. Is this an HP monster? Yes, it is. So it looks like you're doing that already. You might want to go... Yeah, you might want to go actually full energy with the Fire Chimera. Just because of this 3rd skill. Or even then, if you could get some Violent Runes on him with full HP percent, that'd also be good. I've never used them. I think they might be doing him as the next fusion material for Fire Monster. For the 5-star. Someone told me the Korean server or something like that got the Fire Chimera as the next fusion monster. So, but later down the road, you're definitely going to switch out these. You're going to want to switch out these these Fatal Runes. Ramagos. Everyone uses them. Okay, so basically the one thing you're going to want to do first off is switch out that flat HP rune. Not very good, but once you get a 3-star HP percent for that spot, it'll do a lot better. Looks like you got 15k HP on him, which is kind of meh. But once you start leveling up a little bit more and get HP percent, it'll be much better. Rena is she's okay. I wouldn't focus on her too much unless you absolutely want to build her up high, like really strong to 6-star. She's not as good as she used to be. They debuffed her shield, but let's see. You're gonna want to get the HP. It looks like you're struggling to get the 6-slot HP percent for energy rune because it looks like both these monsters don't have them for 3-star. The 3-star percentage runes are the best ones to have because they're much better than the 2-star one. They're cheaper, and they're not as they're pretty close to the 4-star and 5-star. Wouldn't bother with the Lucia. Okay. So I've heard he's pretty good, but you're probably going to want to focus on some of these other monsters. Fire Chimera will probably help you clear some dungeons, get better runes. Water Werewolf is actually pretty good, so I've heard. Megan, you're going to want to get your Megan up. Instead of full HP, you're going to want to get a Swift Rune, so she goes first, because of this third skill, where she increases the attack bar. That goes for all of your allies, and they will go first as long as they are still faster than the enemy. Because I've had the enemy Megan go first and increase the attack bar of all the other allies, or their allies, but I still went first, which is a little weird, but it's happened before. So you're just going to want to make sure that your Megan goes first, and you've also got some at least good speed stats, substats on your runes. But right now it looks like you're at least begin game, almost to mid game. Your Ramaghost will help you though, but you got to get better runes on him. Fire Yeti, pretty decent. The third skill is what makes him good, but you're going to want to get full HP percent. Fire Succubus. This is Arya. Okay. Her third skill at least is the one that I like the most. The second one's pretty good too, but the blocking the HP recovery, and it looks like that's the only one you have right now for blocking HP recovery, as far as I know. Yeah. So she'll help you with Wind Dungeon, but I'd probably focus on some of these other monsters first. Some of these other ones are kind of meh. Shannon is good. You're going to want her. Acasis is good. Get her awakened if you can. Much better shield if you can. And if you can get her to 5-star, even better. You know, you don't even need good runes on her. You really just need her to be 5-star max level awakened. And she will just... her shield will do awesome. Copper, he's good if you're having trouble on the light dungeon. Since he ignores defense if your defense is really high up, but you need good runes on him, so I definitely don't worry about him until you get later game, because you need 6-star defense percent runes if you really want to make a difference with him, because if you can't get the ignore defense, don't bother. Yeah, you're definitely going to want your defense percent runes. So full defense, and if you can get some 6 stars or 5 stars, and I know you're still like begin game, mid game, you're gonna. I just forget about him for now. Don't throw him away though. He's definitely a good monster, but you probably won't be able to get some good runes on him for him to really make a difference right now. Tion, I would keep him until you get a monster that is able to revive. You probably get some better runes on him. He's a pretty good heal or reviver. But you definitely need a better reviver once you get one. So the Wind Epikeon Priest, she's a pretty good one if you can pull her. Water Death Knight, don't bother. Fire Living Armor. You probably won't use them anytime soon. Wind Living Armor is probably the best one. Lulu, he's a great healer. Doesn't look like you have really any healers. So definitely get your Lulu up max level and 5-star if you can. Yeah, get some runes on him too, because you're gonna want to use him. Okay, Light Bearman. Never mind. So your Lulu's good, and you're probably gonna use him until you can get your Bearman runes correctly. Because right now it looks like you got, alright, high crit rate, but your HP is really low. So maybe if you could get your HP higher, that'd be fantastic. Because you're going to want at least 20,000 HP for your bear man to really just be essential for your team. Otherwise, he's pretty much just dead weight. But you want high HP. So once you start getting, HP percent runes that are really, really, really good, then you'll start seeing a really, noticeable change in his healing. Water Succubus, I would keep her. She has a leader skill for arena. And then a lot of these other ones just looks like fusion material. Light Nagami, you're going to want him. The other ones are just, nah. Doesn't look like anything. Okay, keep your Wind Griffin. Don't make the mistake I did. Keep him. And you've got a Wind Epicleon Priest. So if you get her leveled up, she can also be your reviver. But she's not really too amazing. She's not really good unless you have Chloe, because she elongates the effects. So if you end up pulling a Chloe, then good for you. But if not, this is just an alternative to your Tion. But really, neither of them are ones I would really look for team build. But definitely keep your Wind Griffin, at least one of them, because you are definitely going to want one. And feed all of the other Griffins that you get for them. I know Fire Griffin can be built to be pretty good, but for now, you should really focus on getting that Wind Griffin maxed. So that's pretty much it. I definitely focus on getting some stronger, hard-hitting monsters so you can farm some runes. Get a Wind Griffin. It's essential. It really is. I made the mistake of feeding mine, but you're really going to want one. And Shannon, also get her leveled up. She's going to be really helpful. So I'll do one more before I sign out. Let's see. I swear Snakes was on my friends list, but maybe not. So I'll do one more, but I don't know who asked first. Shoot. Don't know which one I'll pick first. I don't know which one asked first. I think Flames of Chaos may have asked first. But yeah, this YouTube, just posting it on YouTube is a lot easier. So, just because I don't have to type it out all in chat. So, let's see. I think Flames of Chaos may have asked first, so I'll do him just to be fair. No worries. I can do more of these. Wow. Okay. So first off, right off the bat, wow. Okay. It's actually really too bad though. I know the Light Chimera is pretty decent, but I know the Dark Chimera is absolutely phenomenal. So you got both good luck and bad luck, but that Light Chimera, wow. I would definitely trade my Wind one for this one. Even if it's not better. I don't know, I have a thing for like rare monsters. So you'll see that I really like adding friends, even if they're low level, just with like light and dark monsters if they're rare. So I have a light Valkyrie friend, but he's like level 20. But so right off the bat, you're 6-star Julie. So you've got a 5-star maxed out rune. Got a good rune here. Crit rate, crit damage, yeah. Accuracy, that's good too, especially with Julie. But I know Julie's good, but I'm pretty sure they nerfed her. So these runes are good, but you might want to start focusing your eyes on some other monsters like Arnold or even like a Casus, because I know they nerfed Julie and she's not as hard hitting as she used to be, but she's still a good monster, and I'm sure she can farm Famon Volcano for you super fast. I don't know if she can farm Hell Mode though. I think she can. 6-star max level, and with good runes on, I think she can farm the first level of Hell Mode. Her third attack is really hard hitting. I don't know how good Ellen is. Okay, so two area of effect attacks. I'm guessing you put Despair on? No? Oh wow, okay. Alright, so you don't have really any good runes on here. Oh, you do. So it looks like you're trying to build some good runes. But you got flat attack and flat defense. So I don't think she's a priority for you right now. Especially because she's not max level, and it's probably an easy monster to let max level. So yeah, it's probably definitely not a priority for you right now. Except for this 25% chance to freeze. Okay, never mind. That's not an area effect. I remember one of these Amazons had 2 area of effects. So it's not this one. So maybe you use this monster for the third attack. But alright, moving on. So you got your Megan. Definitely try to max out her. Really, her first attack, nothing special, so don't worry about that. But the second one, good for arenas, so maybe get that last cooldown, or cool time, turn -1, maxed out. You got this one done, so that's good. Speed, HP, or speed, okay, so. Alright, you went accuracy, so I could see that for the second skill. I don't really rely on the second skill as much, though, for arenas, just because I don't have a good accuracy % rune. But you got, oh wow, okay, so you got a good 5-star speed rune. That's awesome. So I could see your Megan going first, the majority of the times. You got a defense % rune. I would try to get this into an HP %. That'd probably be better. Or at least try to get a good accuracy substat, since you're going to be focusing on an accuracy % rune for the second skill. Try to get some more accuracy substats. So you got one here. You got speed right here and speed right here. Excuse me. So I'd probably try to get a better slot 5 rune and a slot 4 rune. But other than that, your Megan's looking pretty solid. That speed rune right there is basically the one that you want the most. So okay, so you've got the right one for this, for Tyrone. I would be doing the same thing, Despair Focus. You want speed on him to make sure he goes first as well, or at least right after Megan, so he can throw his freeze one. And even if he doesn't freeze him, I'm not sure if the Despair works too, so if you don't freeze him, I think they resist the Despair, like the stun as well, if they resist the freeze. But I know he has a area of effect attack here, so you could get a stun on your next attack. But I know his freeze hits the majority of the times. So you get some good runes on him. Critical rate, you probably don't need critical rate. I could see you using it for his first attack, but you probably won't, use that crit rate as much as you think. Just because his main purpose for arena is to freeze and to stun. You've got your other hard-hitting monster to deal the damage, and then Megan buffs. So basically Megan buffs, he freezes, and then your hard-hitting monster will throw, so like Lucian, or maybe a Julian, or even, you know, something like a Katarina or something, you know, something to dish out damage. And then once they get out of freeze, you can stun them again with a small chance, you know, 25% chance. So you could keep the crit rate on there. He will hit pretty decently, and I know that's probably why you got your attack percent too, so he hits harder. But it's kind of hard to get his attack up with only one attack percent rune, unless it's a 6-star and you've got other good substats, which it doesn't look like. It looks like you got one right here, attack 15%. That's pretty good. That's actually really good. So maybe if you got accuracy on this one, rather, that would help you a lot more, especially with this third one. You want this freeze to hit every time. So accuracy percent on this, and then you could keep the crit rate on here if you really wanted, but you might want to leave this for, like, let's say you're Julian. Oh, okay, so you're running rage blade on him. Never mind. So your crit rate, you could throw that on another monster, just because this one should be accuracy for your. Ooh, that's not good. Accuracy for your third skill, and also your second skill. You know, glancing hit. You know, that's pretty good too. Beretta. Okay, so no skill ups on him. That's okay. Oh, wow, that's a good rune. Flat HP, flat defense. Flat. So not the best of substats, but that's a good start for attack percent rune. You know, that 6-star, that'll help you a lot. The 6-star percent. Crit damage and attack. You might also want, when you do use him for dungeons or tribal ascension, you might also want accuracy. To get the continuous damage on there. I know a lot of people use him for the continuous damage. Not much I can really say. I'm gonna try to speed through this so my phone doesn't run out of battery. But you might want to throw accuracy on him later down the road for the continuous damage, because I know that's what a lot of people use him for. Fire Chimera. Okay, so I went over it on the last guy too. You got the right idea right here. Maybe later down the road you could throw on even a violent runes if you can get good HP substats. So you got you got about 20,000 HP on him. Your goal for him, at least, probably try to get him up to 30,000. Rauk. I would try to get this attack percent rune. Rauk actually should probably be one of your main focuses. Not as much as, you know, let's say like a Tyrone or a Megan or something, but he's really useful for farming Famon. So is Julie, but I think Rauk will still be faster just because if he one hits the monster, he'll keep going and he'll wipe out the entire lineup. For Julie, you have to wait for that third attack to cool down and be reusable, so that can take a little bit of time. So in the long run, if you're farming all day, you'll get a significant amount more runs with Rauk, especially if you have like double XP going. So, you know, for a full hour, you could get in 5-6 more runs, you know, with Rauk than you could with Julie. So you don't necessarily need a 6-star him. I know he will, if he's 5-star, he can still fail here and there, but if you get good runes on him, you could have solid runs. Jojo, yeah, you don't need to focus on him. I mean, he's good, but unless you have the Wind Oracle, he's not gonna be like fantastic. You know, he's good, but you really need the Wind Oracle to make him, you know, really, really, really good, because she immediately just activates all his bombs. So that's the only instance I would ever see him being a 6-star. Arnold, all HP percent runes. You know, honestly, you could just throw 3-star HP percent runes. The difference is, I think, like 2% throughout the entire time, all the way up until plus 12. And 2% really doesn't make that big of a difference. And it's significantly cheaper and takes less chances. Like, it's a greater chance to have a successful rune power up too. But try to get some 6-star HP percent runes. I know he will really help you. It doesn't look like you have too many wind attribute monsters, so you probably won't need him as much for the wind dungeons, but he's really good for a damage dealer with his extortion skill. Later down the road, when you get better runes, try to get a violet runes on him, because I know violet runes are probably best for him. So violent focus or violent energy, I would say Violent Energy if you're going to be using for dungeons. A Ring, if you use her... Okay, so it looks like you've got a rune, so I don't know if you have plans for her. Okay, so I think you do. You got 5-star runes on her. That's a good run right there, speed. But it's unfortunate that's on a fatal rune. If it was on a swift one, you'd be set, or even a blade one. So I like her. I like her 3rd skill. That's a really good debuff. Acasis, I would try to get her 3rd skill, at least maxed. It's just 1, but it might take you a few double mons to do it. She's good. Speed, HP. Yeah, that's good. That's a good setup. Later, when you get better runes, you could even throw Despair on her for Arena. You know, a good stun the enemy with her 2nd skill. Julian, it looks like you're running Rage Blade on him. I guess you want him to be a tank for you. So you do have a crit rate rune on him for his 2nd skill. His 3rd skill's a really hard hitter, but also it stuns the enemy. I'm running Despair Blade or Despair Focus. I think I'm running Despair Focus. But, so it looks like you want him to be a hard hitter. If you could get good crit rate substats on him, then you could throw on crit damage. I know that's what Lord Moocow or Free to Play Gaming, I know that's what he has on his. So if you get your crit rate up to like 70% and you have a good buff, you know, like Sayak or something, then you could get your crit damage up to like 180% and he will do a lot more damage. But so far it looks like you've got, you know, good attack on him. If you're going to be using him as a hard hitter, you could take him to 6-star, but I think your main focuses are Arnold and Acasis for the 6-star, or even Tyrone. Your Light Chimera, I like how, you know, badass it looks, not gonna lie. This 3rd skill is really interesting, but I think it's really, you know, luck based. So, you know, you gotta have RNGesus on your side or something. Cause it's randomized, I believe. Let's see. This Holy Battle Cry, stunning the enemy, or recovering the HP of allies. Targets of either stun effects or healing effects will add up to 3 targets collectively. So it is randomized, but it looks like you're going to want full HP percent. Is that what you got? Yep. So I could see him being helpful. Good resistance, you know. But I know the Dark Chimera is probably the one that everyone craves and gets jealous over, but this is still a very, very, very interesting monster. I think you could incorporate him into your arena defense, but your Arnold might help you more for arena defense. So this is the one you want for your crowd control, because she's got a good stun. But so does Julian, so keep that in mind. So if you get some good Despair runes with, you know, for accuracy percent or something, throw it on him, you know. Don't be afraid to turn Julian into a good CC monster. He's got, you know, he's got stun on every single one of his skills. Every single one of them. Whereas the Fire Period only has it on her 3rd one. So I would have to say Julian is the best stun monster, at least, you know, for all of his skills. But she's still good, so you could get some good Despair runes on her. Now it looks like as we start going down your monsters, they start becoming less priority. I know Arya is good, you know, she's useful for Arena. Rena, not so much. She's not as useful anymore. If I were you, I'd try to get rid of these flat runes, you know, where it's just HP plus whatever. You want the percent ones for 2, 4, and 6. You don't want these flat ones. You only want it if it's a speed rune. Other than that, you really don't want those flat ones. They're not worth it. Especially, you know, if it's a 5-star, really not worth it. The percent is just a lot better, especially once you start getting them leveled up. The only time you're going to use a flat rune is if you're using it for like a 3-star monster and you keep it at a 3-star. And in that case, you're not going to want to use it. So if you ever see these flat, you know, HP or defense runes in shop, don't get them. Another speed rune. Shihua. I had her. I didn't think she was amazing. You might end up feeding her to your Orang, that is if you don't use Orang as fusion material. Kung Fu Girl is meh. I never used the Dark Phantom Thief, but I've seen some people turn him into a good hitter, but I think the best one would be Rage Blade with crit damage on the 4th slot, just because he's got the crit rate bonus. Amon, get him up immediately. I would try to get him leveled up to 5-star max level and get some runes on him. You're going to really need him. Same with the Wind Brownie Magician. He is a alternative to the Soha, which is the water, what is it called? The water Nine-Tailed Fox, the same as this one. So the water Nine-Tailed Fox removes beneficial effects on all the enemies, so that's what he does, but he's got a second skill which buffs the team. So I would say the Brownie Magician is actually better than Soha. Other than that, once we start going down, less useful monsters, but that's expected. You know, I would keep him for fusion. It looks like you've got fusion going towards the Valk or even the Phoenix, but regardless, there's some good monsters in here that you could keep. Let's see. Yeah, wow. Okay, so you've got a lot of the fusion monsters for the Valk. If you don't do fusion, then you could get rid of them, but in the long run, you could hold on to them. And then just a lot of Angelmon. So maybe get some of these up, leveled up to 4-star and 5-star, so you could get another 6-star. If you were to make another 6-star, I would probably do your Tyrone first, or your Beretta. Those two are very useful. Or, actually no, do your Arnold. He'll help you in dungeons. Arnold or Casus. Those are your main priorities right now. Get some better runes. I think the only thing you really need at this point, since you got some really good monsters, are the runes. I think you're missing some of the runes, especially because you've got some of the flat runes on there. So once you get rid of those and replace them, I think your monsters will start. You'll see a significant increase in their power. Same with the Arnold. You know, once you change like some of these runes to 6-star runes, like the percent runes, and then like 5-star or 6-star runes on these 1, 3, and 5 slots with HP percent substats, you'll really see a significant boost in the HP, and that will make his 3rd skill really good. And once you get his HP high up, I would try to get his 3rd skill maxed out too. You don't necessarily need to get these 2 skills maxed, but this 3rd one you're going to want to be used as frequently as possible, and that's why people throw Violent on him, so he can dish out the Extortion skill as much as possible. So hopefully that helps. Just to reiterate on what I said, I would definitely focus on Tyrone and Beretta, but also focus on Arnold and Acasis. Those two are very helpful. And in the long run, those are going to be monsters you'll use for probably till the end of the game, unless they come out with even better monsters. But these two are definitely the monsters that you will be using for a long time. So, again, though, very nice light chimera. I really like that. That's pretty cool. And I hope that helps. I'm going to get off just because I am running out of battery, but I really hope that helps. Leave a like if you liked the review and if it was helpful. And for the ones that I did review, and if you're watching this video, let me know what you guys think. Or if there's anything I missed, and I can reach to you guys in the comment section. So I'll see you guys later.